an 80-year-old man moved into a top-tier nursing home. Not only did he look 20 years younger, but he also got his 60-something wife pregnant. Not long ago, Lisa and Jack moved into a nursing home. It had a beautiful environment and complete facilities. The home even provided luxurious villas for every couple, along with strong, fit black butlers available 24 hours a day. The manager who welcomed them was Irene, around the same age as Lisa. She told Lisa there was a miracle doctor at the medical center who could make a 90-year-old feel like 18 again. The nursing home only accepted people aged 55 and above. At over 60, Lisa was the youngest resident and was sure she would make many friends. Lisa came only to give her husband professional care. The next day, Lisa attended a yoga class and was shocked by what she saw. Besides her, all the elderly women could perform highly difficult poses. Despite being in their 70s and 80s, they radiated the youthful energy of young girls. It was simply unbelievable. At lunch, Lisa noticed everyone was taking small yellow pills. At first, she thought they were only for the oldest residents. That night, Jack suddenly suffered a heart attack and collapsed. Lisa tried to save him while screaming for help, but the usually responsible black butler acted as if he hadn't heard anything. He just sat there blankly, as if he had lost his soul. Fortunately, the ambulance arrived in time and took Jack to the medical center. After hours of rescue, Jack was finally out of danger. The chief doctor told Lisa that her husband had suffered a sudden heart attack. After the surgery and some rest, he would be back to full health. Before long, Jack truly recovered. But Lisa soon realized something was very wrong. Ever since leaving the hospital, Jack acted like an 18-year-old. He used to walk unsteadily, but now he suddenly loved horseback riding, working out, and partying like a young person. He seemed to have endless energy every day. Even stranger, he started using catchphrases he had never used before. Lisa also found Jack taking those small yellow pills. Although Jack explained they were anti-aging pills developed by the miracle doctor, and that was how he fully recovered, Lisa sensed something unusual. Jack was not only getting younger but also becoming increasingly irritable and reckless. Worried about him, Lisa went to the chief doctor and told him everything she had discovered. The doctor comforted her, saying it was nothing serious, just a minor side effect of the pills, which could be fixed by adjusting the formula. Seeing Lisa's doubt about the magical pills, the doctor offered to show her his high-tech laboratory. Inside, a group of black workers were busy growing various plants. The doctor explained that the yellow pills were made from purely natural plant extracts and harmless to the body. He added that the workers were African refugees, and by developing these supplements, he was not only rejuvenating the elderly but also providing them with jobs. The doctor's explanation temporarily eased Lisa's doubts. However, a few days later, Lisa suddenly fainted too. When she woke up in bed, the doctor told her she had appendicitis and had successfully undergone surgery. But what happened next was truly shocking. Shortly after the operation, Lisa, in her 60s, found out she was pregnant. She was overjoyed and stunned. She and Jack had married when they were both 60. Despite countless attempts, they had never been able to have a child. Now, she was miraculously pregnant. Lisa finally fully believed the pills were indeed a miraculous health product. At that moment, Lisa thought of her elderly father. She went to his nursing home and couldn't wait to tell him the good news. She also suggested moving him to live with them. Unexpectedly, her father still refused. He firmly refused to accept Jack and did not want to move in. He stubbornly insisted on aging naturally according to the laws of life. Lisa could do nothing about her father's stubbornness and had to give up. But to ease his pain, she secretly replaced his medicine with the yellow miracle pills from Eternal Life Village. As she was leaving, an elderly white-haired woman stopped Lisa. When she learned Lisa lived at Eternal Life Village, she was full of envy and asked about a woman named Irene. Lisa recalled that the manager who had welcomed her was indeed named Irene. The woman claimed to be Irene's daughter.
I'm her daughter.
Oh, she's your daughter.
No, silly. I'm her daughter.
But Irene looked much younger than Lisa. How could she have such an old daughter? The woman told Lisa that her mother Irene had gone to Eternal Life Village 20 years ago and never came back. Lisa returned to Eternal Life Village, completely confused. A few days later, she received the terrible news that her father had passed away. While sorting out his belongings at the nursing home, she remembered the strange old woman and asked the staff about her. The staff told Lisa the woman had been hospitalized. It turned out she had secretly taken the yellow pills from Lisa's father and suffered severe side effects. The staff found it very strange because the doctor had never prescribed such medicine for Lisa's father. It was an immunosuppressant, usually used to reduce rejection after organ transplants. Lisa was terrified upon hearing this. She, Jack, and all the elderly residents at Eternal Life Village had been taking it, but none of them had ever had an organ transplant. Lisa suddenly realized something. She rushed back to Eternal Life Village and secretly broke into the medical center to check the files. She indeed found the information of Irene, the old woman's mother. The record showed Irene was 120 years old, yet she only looked around 30. This discovery almost broke her. She quickly told Jack what she had found, but he didn't take it seriously. He insisted Lisa was suffering from prenatal anxiety due to her advanced pregnancy and having all kinds of delusions. He believed an elderly expectant mother like her should rest properly and stop overthinking. But strange things kept happening one after another. Before Lisa could figure out the truth about the yellow pills, she suddenly received a call from Jack's son from his first marriage. He was furious and demanded why she had stolen what belonged to him. It turned out Jack had recently changed his will, replacing his son with the baby in Lisa's womb as his heir. Even more eerie, Jack had changed the will before Lisa even got pregnant, as if he had known she would conceive. Lisa was terrified. Ignoring her husband's obstruction, she rushed into the medical center in agitation and demanded the doctor tell her the truth. Afraid his wife's emotions would harm the fetus, Jack let the doctor reveal the whole secret of Eternal Life Village. It turned out the reason those elderly people regained their youth was that they had received organ transplants from young people. Jack had received a full set of organs from the Black Butler, and Lisa could get pregnant because she had secretly been given a uterus transplant from a young female nurse. The Black Butler, who had lost all his organs, was already dead. The nurse was still alive but was dying in the ICU due to surgical complications. The kind-hearted Lisa could not accept this bloody and cruel truth. Yet the doctor and Jack felt no guilt at all. They believed poor people suffered and wasted social resources, so they should give the chance to the wealthy. What's more, the refugees and poor people had voluntarily sold their organs and lives to support their families. No one had forced them. Everything at Eternal Life Village was legally flawless. Lisa could not agree with this inhumane idea. In the end, she escaped Eternal Life Village. However, a few years later, she returned to Eternal Life Village with a little girl. This girl was the daughter Lisa had conceived there. Not long ago, the girl had suddenly fallen seriously ill and had only 1 year left to live. With no other options, Lisa had no choice but to go back to Eternal Life Village and beg the doctor for help. The doctor told her the only treatment was the live organ transplant surgery she had once strongly opposed. Hearing this, Lisa looked at her daughter with a broken heart, then immediately agreed to the surgery. At the end of the story, Lisa signed the consent form. She had finally fallen into a moral dilemma. Human nature is fragile and contradictory when faced with the life and death of loved ones. This film not only triggers deep thoughts about life ethics but also reflects real society. We often face various temptations and choices. Some people will stop at nothing to pursue personal interests, even sacrificing the rights of others. But the dignity of life is inviolable, regardless of social status or financial situation. True eternal life is not achieving physical immortality through technology. It is spreading love and warmth to others within a limited life that is the meaningful eternity. That's all for today's video. See you next time.